The Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's Murfreesboro on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSSports.com.
And this portion of the Coaches Show is brought to you by First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. If you're looking for a hometown feel with your bank, well, you only have to turn to the First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, offering full-service banking and mortgage services. John Boy still here, still talking. We got Ben Caudill, the head coach of the Stewarts Creek Red Hawks. And first of all, always a pleasure. First time we get to talk, really talk. And big win last night. Big win.
Yes, sir. Always good to be with you guys on Saturday mornings.
The game was kind of back and forth for a while, particularly in the first half. And we were getting, from your AD, we were getting a lot of updates. So we kind of could follow along with you. But let's talk about the game, how you feel about it. I know there's some good things in a game like that. There's probably some great things that happened, and then there's probably some things that didn't happen so well.
Yeah, I think that's well said, and really tough and good Tullahoma opponent. You know, they beat Nolensville in the first round last year, ran into, a really good Williamson County team in the second round as well, and really good team last year. I thought they were better this year. That's what we told our players.
So they didn't catch you by surprise, because I kind of felt like it would be a tough game.
No, not at all. We went down there last year, and, Coach Olive is still the AD down there. He's passed the torch to Coach Sisk. Both of Coach Olive's sons are on the staff, and, just a really strong community that cares about their team and rallies behind them. And I think they're going to have a great season. And, the first half was, like you said, I think there were some missed opportunities for us to – change the game a little bit. We had them backed up to their 10, to the 10-yard line, and they had a player whose helmet fell off, and he kept running, and we tried to tackle him, so we ended up getting 30 yards of penalty on one play, and it was kind of hard to know what to tell your guys in that situation. And, so it was an exciting kind of back and forth first half, and, they ended up, me and Coach Michaels, our special teams coordinator, we were talking at half, thinking they might onside it to start the third quarter, and they did. And so anyways, we get down that first series to the 5-yard line and just had a crushing fumble, there that would have put us up 2 scores there right at the start of the third quarter. But the good news is we had to fight through some adversity, and I'm proud that our team was able to do that over the course of 4 quarters.
33-21 win. Taking a look at some of the stars of that game, Caleb Floyd. I was expecting this, but 22 rushes for 96 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's quite an athlete.
Caleb's been a big-time player for us since his sophomore year. He tore his ACL in January of 23 and didn't miss any games. That really tells you, all you need to know about him. Just a phenomenal young man, great football player. He contributed on defense as well last night, and just proud of what he's been able to do this offseason and on Friday night.
Jeremy Smith, 13 times, 231 yards and 2 touchdowns. I had to look twice at that. And while I'm at it, I'm talking Jerry Taylor, 2 for 3 for 23 yards and a TD, and rushed 8 times for 89 yards. Is the running game something that you're going, okay, this is a strength of ours and our offensive line, and we're gonna run the ball more? Or did it just that particular game you saw, okay, we can run, and we did?
Well, I tell you, the good thing about Jerry at quarterback is, we called several passes last night that he ended up, running the ball on and just, took it. And, so we've got a lot of things that, we kind of wanted to show in the pass game last night and didn't really, have the opportunity or just wasn't the right time, in the flow of the game to do it. But his first start and definitely didn't want to put too much on him, and his, first Friday night start. And Jeremy Smith, I can't say enough about him, didn't play a whole lot, started 1 game as a junior, never complains, and in this era of high school football, John, it's pretty impressive. We had several seniors on the field for the first time last night that didn't play hardly at all as juniors, and he's one of them. And just so proud of him, and he'd be the first to tell you about giving the credit to several of his teammates for the success he had last night. That's
a pretty tough opener. I mean, really, Tullahoma. and especially the success they've had the last couple of years. And you guys have been successful. As you go on, and how big a win was this? I mean, in your mind, that had to be pretty special.
I tell you, for all the guys on our varsity team last night, it's the first time we'd opened at home. The last 2 years with the schedule change, we ended up on the road, the first week of the season, and so that was something we talked about all week, just being at home, and everything that comes with opening at home is big for us. And, so we were excited to be able to do that for the first time since 2021. And our guys were definitely excited and did what it took to pull it out last night.
And crowd, I guess, was tremendous. It always is when you get out there at a home game for Stewarts Creek.
Oh, no question. I mean, all three campuses are right there. It's just very special. Coach Harris and all of our administrative team does a great job in making it just a really, really awesome place to be on Friday nights.
We're talking to Ben Caudill, the head coach of the Stewarts Creek Redhawks. A big win over Tullahoma last night. And any surprises, anybody that kind of surprised you in the opener? Because a lot of times, Jeremy, for instance, the performance he had, but then maybe there's somebody else that caught your eye and go, wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I tell you, this week, the first kind of full week back in school, we'd been preaching to our kids about just staying healthy and going to bed and sanitizing and all those things. And we really battled, the illness was really rampant in our locker room this week, and we had several guys that really all at the same position that kind of missed multiple practices, and both of them tried to suit it up last night, and I'm so proud of their toughness. And so we had several guys that got some quality reps last night. Jonathan Hadley stepped in kind of on short notice with some of those illnesses throughout the week. I thought he did a great job. And several guys that are out there for the first time. Taj Roseburg's been a stud for us in basketball and came to me in the offseason saying he wanted to play. He had a big pick there late in the fourth quarter, kind of to seal it. At safety, was really proud of him. So several guys like that, kind of their first action on a Friday night, I was really proud of.
I think people a lot of times don't realize how much coaches have to deal with other than just the game itself.
Yeah.
You had illnesses, and then when you have travel, and you've been experiencing that opening day travel, and all those little things it kind of adds up, doesn't it? I mean, and school problems or personal problems even.
Yeah, shoot, it's our kids are going through so much and being attacked with so much nowadays. And my first game ever as a head coach was at Mount Juliet in 2020, and we had 15 players. About half our first offense was quarantined during that week. And so, it makes kind of weeks like this a little bit of a walk in the park.
Yeah, I can see that.
But, goodness gracious, these being a teenager right now is really hard, and I got an email from a parent this week about a young man on our team, and what he's going through right now is just so difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And it just reinforces that there's so much more than football going on, and football is a great outlet for these young men to learn about life and learn about toughness and learn about persevering. And I'm thankful we have the coaches on our staff that prioritize that.
I did want to mention one more person, Grady Harvey, a touchdown reception and an interception, and just quite a solid game, I think. Let's talk about next week. You've got can't talk about wins. We've got to go move on, Coach. It's like Blackman's coming up next.
Yep.
And you travel there. We're going to be doing that game on WGNS. And Blackman much improved. Now, they went down and Brentwood, but they had a 14-3 lead over them at one point. What do you expect from Blackman?
Well, Coach Kreisky's their head coach, so they're going to be really tough and well prepared. I'm thankful that we're playing Blackman. When I got to Stewarts Creek, it wasn't a game that was being played, and me and Kit Hartsfield, who was the head coach at the time, started talking about that because Stewarts Creek really grew out of that Blackman zone in a lot of ways.
It's a good kind of natural rivalry, kind of location wise.
Yep, it is, and goodness gracious, I tell you, I've talked to multiple coaches, head coaches who've speak about how talented Blackman is. Every level of their defense has, a Division I football player in it, and they're just super talented as they've ever been in my eyes. And, that's really saying a lot, because the team they rolled out, there a few years ago, even last year, just multiple Division I players, and that's no different this year. Just beautiful. They've got multiple players with SEC offers, and they're going to be really tough. Obviously going to be their home opener. A lot of respect for Coach Kreisky and the job he's done, and we're going to have our work cut out for us, I assure you.
Well, hope that there'll be no bugs or anything to invade the final question, I guess. By the way, if you're from Stewarts Creek or Blackman, I look for a huge crowd there, because Stewarts Creek will pack that place. It's only a few miles down the road, really, to be honest with you. Go down Burnt Knob, and you're almost there, aren't you, Coach?
Yeah, got to cross 840, get through Veterans there.
I've been through there many a time. Tell me, where's your little buddy today? I miss him. Tell him I miss him.
He's at home. It was the first kind of late Friday night for them.
Yeah.
So they ended up.
So you got up there still asleep.
Yeah. Hey, well, he was up when I left. We were able to watch the new Dude Perfect episode before we left, and my youngest boy, he's got his baseball game today, fall ball, and also, my daughter. I got, a 4-week-old daughter at home now.
Oh, gosh,
and,
I forgot. Yeah.
So I'm getting really, really soft, John, as you can probably tell.
You're getting old, too, Coach.
So thankful for her, and my wife's been killing it. And, I'm so thankful, John. It's a great time of the year, and just thankful with all that the good Lord's blessed me with.
Is it true, though, you actually come here to get a what? No, I'm just kidding. That's Ben Caudill, and a great big win for them, and a big game coming up this week. Be sure to go out there. If you're anywhere in that area, that's going to be a really good game. This portion of the Coach's Show is brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA, the largest and most comprehensive orthopedic surgery group in Middle Tennessee. Find out more at TOA.com. When we come back, it's Rockville football time.
Is your car running like a...
Coach,
does it need a little TL?